Hey gamers, if you're a PlayStation Portal owner, drop everything that you're doing right now because Sony just dropped an absolute game changer. Today, as of November 5th, 2025, cloud streaming officially launches on the Portal. So no more tethering your PS5 console. We're talking about instant access to your entire digital library, plus PS Plus classics, all streamed straight to your handheld. Now, this is a huge deal for on-the-go play. Stick around as we break it down here. I'm Blaze2K. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. We're going to talk about what it means, how to get it, and why your Portal became a lot more powerful. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Let's talk about this. So, for the uninitiated, the PlayStation Portal isn't a full handheld console like the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Steam Deck. It's a slick remote play device, and it launched back in 2023. Think of it as a DualSense with a screen, an 8-inch LCD, haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, all the things you want in a DualSense, but with a screen slapped in the middle for streaming your PS5 games over Wi-Fi. But up until now, it was locked to remote play, meaning your PS5 had to be on at home running the game. Frustrating, obviously, if you're traveling or someone else is hogging the TV, but enter cloud streaming. Sony's turning the Portal into a true portable powerhouse. So what's actually new? Let's dive into it. So first on the agenda, today we're getting official cloud streaming. So start today for PS Plus premium members. You have to be a premium member. You can now stream select PS5 games directly from Sony's servers. So no PS5 needed. You could buy a Portal and literally start playing PS5 games on the go without having to buy a PlayStation 5 beforehand. Now they've obviously trialed this here and there. They've trialed being able to, play select games via the cloud without needing a PS5. They've been trialing it, demoing it. It's been kind of in the beta phase, but now you can literally buy a Portal and start playing PS5 games without needing to buy a PS5. And with the deals that the PlayStation Portal is on right now, I'm sorry, I'm still waking up. The sort of deals that you can pick up the PlayStation Portal 4 right now are pretty amazing. You can pick up a PlayStation Portal for about $200, and I'm pretty sure you can get it discounted. They have a midnight black one and they have a white one. I'll actually put a link to the PlayStation Portal from Best Buy down below. So go buy your PlayStation Portal because you literally spend $200 or less for a PlayStation Portal, and I have access to PS5 games without having to spend $500+ on a PlayStation 5. How cool is that? The fact that you could actually stream select PS5 games directly from Sony servers without a PS5, it means that, if you're playing at a friend's house or on a plane with Wi-Fi and your console's chilling in rest mode back at home, you don't need to worry about having your console turned on. And it's streaming directly from Sony's closest servers, so it's pretty cool. So obviously, it's a huge edition. Your personal digital library, beyond the 300+ games from the beta, you can now stream thousands of your own PS5 titles. We're talking about blockbusters like Astro Bot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Ghost of Yotai, the new game in the new Ghost sequel, Grand Theft Auto 5, Resident Evil 4, plus hundreds of PS Plus games and classics catalogs. Cyberpunk 2077, God of War Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and more. You can actually get a full list of games that are going to be available, at least PS5 games available at PlayStation.com/PS5-game-cloud-streaming. So go check out that list. I'll try and remember to put a link down below, but just search Google, just say PS5 game cloud streaming on Google, and you should be able to find that list. Now the UI's also got a couple of updates as well, so you're going to have 3 tabs: the remote play, old school PS5 link, no subscription needed. Obviously you could just remote play into your own PS5. Now we've got the cloud streaming, which is a 1-tab launch, and we also have a search, so you can obviously use QR codes to claim your games, and new perks across both modes. It's going to have 3D audio support for immersive sound, pair with your Pulse Elite headset or wired cans. My favorite gaming headset, SteelSeries Arctis 7 X or 7P, whichever flavor you want. I'll also have a link to those in the description. Best headphones I've ever owned by far. You can't go wrong with SteelSeries. But passcode lock for security as well. So you're going to have passcode lock, network status checker to troubleshoot lag, cloud only goodies, buy DLC in game without pausing, accessibility tweaks like screen readers and bigger text, and quick invites for multiplayer sessions. So yeah, being able to stream while your PS5's turned off, join friends mid-game or anywhere with a solid Wi-Fi connection, your $200 portable PlayStation just leveled up big time. The fact that we can play PS5 games on the go remotely without having to buy a PS5. If you literally want to, granted, it's not got the whole PS5 library on it just yet, but this is the way Sony's going. So instead of having to buy a PS, this is like our first step. This is a big deal. Our first step into cloud gaming, to where you don't have to spend ridiculous amounts of money, $500, $600 on a PS5 console. You're able to spend $199 or less, depending on where you pick this thing up, and be able to have access to the PlayStation 5 library, and potentially in the future the PS6 library. It's just nuts. Now, I'm not the biggest supporter of cloud gaming. I've been honest about that for the past couple of years. I think it still has a ways to go. There's still the latency issue, right? That's one of my biggest issues with cloud gaming, is the fact that, you know, especially for competitive games, which I like to play a little bit of Battlefield RedSec, maybe a bit of Arc Raiders, Warzone, etc., maybe even Fortnite. I like to have like no input latency. When I pull the trigger to shoot, I want it to shoot. When I do a quick turn, I want it to turn instantly. So when there's a slight little bit of an input lag with that, it kind of turns me off. And as well as if the Wi-Fi gets a little bit choppy, you know, the video feed you're getting from their Sony servers is a little bit choppy as well. It kind of looks like you're watching a YouTube video. It gets pixelated and there's artifacting on the screen, and it can be off-putting. So that's the downside of cloud streaming. But I think this is still a pretty big deal for people, for casual gamers especially, people that just have a pretty solid Wi-Fi connection and want to just be able to jump into what PlayStation has to offer for like $199. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Maybe a good Christmas gift for people that you're thinking about buying a Christmas gift for, who might want to dabble into PlayStation's library, right? It just got a lot more compelling. So let's talk about what is required to enjoy this, right? You're obviously going to need a PS Plus premium subscription. That's the top tier, okay? The recurring fee, you are going to have to pay a recurring fee. It's a subscription, right? You're going to need high-speed Wi-Fi as well, minimum 5 megabits. But honestly, I would try and get the best Wi-Fi connection you can. It's actually pretty good. You don't need an insanely fast Wi-Fi connection for this to be playable. But the better the connection, the faster the connection, the better it's going to be, right? It's in select regions, so the US, the UK, most of Europe, Japan, Canada, and the full list is in the blog. And obviously, to set this up, you're going to have to update your portal firmware via settings, system software, log in with your PS account, and boom, the new tabs appear. No downloads needed. Games stream instantly. And pro tip, enable 3D audio in the settings for next level immersion, right? So yeah, PS Plus Premium, 5 megabits minimum, US, UK, EU, Japan, Canada, etc. And obviously you are going to need a PlayStation Portal, right? It would be cool if they brought this to smartphones, but obviously they want to sell PlayStation Portals and make some money, so there you go. So there you have it, guys. Cloud streaming makes the PlayStation Portal feel more like the future of portable gaming. Head to the official blog for the deep dive, and if you're sub to premium, fire it up tonight. Give it a shot. In all honesty, like I said, this is a pretty big deal. I wasn't a big fan of the Portal before. I don't have one, but I'm tempted to pick one up now because, obviously, I don't want to be tethered to my PS5. If I want to play PS5, I'll just hook up the PS5. And if I want to play portable games, I will, I'll play on my Steam Deck, or I'll stream my gaming PC to my Steam Deck. But for PlayStation-specific games, I'm thinking of Gran Turismo and a lot of games that are exclusive to PS5 right now. Being able to play them without having to use a PS5 is pretty massive, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Blaze. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon. Your support means a lot. And if you want to buy PlayStation Portal, like I said, it's a really good time to maybe get one as a gift for somebody that you know that's maybe been wanting to dive into God of War, or the Spider-Man franchise, or Gran Turismo, you name it. There's a lot of great franchises on PlayStation, and this might be your way in without having to spend $500. It's a big deal. Anyways, I'm Blaze. I'll see you in the next one.